Hi, I'm Bob Onheim. I've been working here for about 14 and a half years. I was involved with developing the GED back in 1990. GED is our contingent skin shock device. As Dr. Rivera has mentioned, we do try positive programming with our clients. We maintain positive programming until we feel the need. We need to supplement it with aversives when the positive programming isn't effective enough. You can see in this case, the individual was on positive programming for about 6 months before we decided to move on. During that 6 months, those are all changes in contracts, the DO contracts she was mentioning. Many things are tried. It goes off the screen. You can't see all the changes that were put in place. Continuous skin shock began when the behaviors went down to 0. To use aversives, we need court approval for each individualized basis. We first get approval from the family to use the aversive procedures. Sending agency also must okay the use of it. We get medical approval, medical, psychiatric, neurological. Each individual person does get court approval also. A clinician will write a treatment plan submitted to the court. Then the court will assign an attorney to represent each student. That attorney then hires a psychiatrist or a psychologist to be their expert. Then we do have a hearing before the judge, and the judge approves or disapproves the use of our treatment plan, and every year we have to review these. The reason we do use aversives at JRC is we do get referred some of the most difficult clients from across the country. Brandon, you probably saw him walking around back in 1990. He was the first one approved for GED. One of his behaviors was projectile vomiting. He was down to 52 pounds, hospitalized numerous times for dehydration, and really in danger of losing his life. Brandon also would bite off pieces of his tongue. He abused every area of his body. Matthew liked to headbang against the hardest objects he could find. John bit the nose off one of our staff members before GED was used. So they are some of the most difficult clients to deal with. The device that we developed, the skin shock device, is called the Graduated Electronic Decelerator, GED. On the left is the stimulator, on the right is a battery. It's activated remotely. The top figure shows the small remote that staff will press to activate it, and it's worn in a plexiglass case to avoid any accidental activation. We use 2 different types of electrodes. The current travels from the button to the ring. It's generally worn on the arm and the leg, so it simulates that area of tissue. It's 2 seconds long. Staff can't control duration or intensity. The distance electrode has the 2 buttons, again, probably worn on the arm or the leg, and it just stimulates the surface of the skin. But it is aversive. You probably saw a number of them wearing it in a fanny pack or backpack. The way it's actually used in the classrooms and the residence is a clinician's written an individualized treatment plan that describes the behaviors to be treated, the consequence. For example, in the HDB or health dangerous behaviors, headbanging is a targeted behavior and is targeted with 1 GED application. If the staff see a student headbang, what they need to do is pick up that recording sheet, verify with another staff member that says John Doe. The John Doe's consequence for headbanging is 1 GED. Then they need to pick up the remote activator, which has the individual's name and picture on it, and verify that before pinpointing the behavior and applying the GED, the skin shock device. That verification process does take a little bit of time, but it ensures that the program is followed exactly as written. As Dr. Rivera mentioned, only 50% of our clients receive aversives, and of that, the average is less than, in April, it was 2 or less per week, with about 36% of those receiving no applications for the month of April. The GED is the skin shock device is highly effective in decreasing targeted behaviors. Juanita was a severe head puncher, and we put her in arm splints to stop that. She started abusing every other area of her body. Her major behaviors were exhibited at a median 4,460 a week before GED treatment was introduced. When the skin shock device went in, there was a 1,000-fold decrease in the frequency of that behavior. So it went down from over 4,000 down to a median of 3 per week, and it's been maintaining at that level. Most of you probably saw her in the classroom downstairs. We've had individuals that receive no applications. They understand the procedure, they don't want it, Stephanie severely attacked staff when she had bad days, and they were very bad days. She said, "I'm not going to receive any applications," and she never did. Same with this young lady who put her head through plate glass windows. As soon as the device went on, she stopped. Both these people still call us to come and visit. Very happy they had this treatment. One of the big benefits of using the GED is you can eliminate the need for any restraint. We very rarely, with clients that were using the skin shock, do we rarely have to use any kind of restraint. But you can see in this case, this is Juanita, who was the head puncher. She was in a lot of restraint to keep her safe. All the side effects of the GED are positive. It allows them to pass the contracts, which they previously couldn't pass. We have many people who have graduated with their high school diplomas after starting with GED treatment. Before that, they weren't educated anywhere. The families are our biggest supporters. They're very happy they can sit next to their son or daughter without worrying about them self-abusing or attacking the family. And many individuals get jobs out in the community. We paid the device off, and they're very successful out in the community on their own. So that's brief 5-minute history on Aversives. Next, I'd like to introduce Ed Langford, who's going to talk about the charting software and the educational software.